People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube, people are elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I'm set up to make a really big in the pot swirl with my biggest bowl, soap pot, whatever you want to call it. Got my gloves on, got my shield on. People that wear glasses know that goggles and glasses fight each other, so I got a full face shield. I got my tall and narrow Chauncey mode right here on a stool next to the table. And then the colors are lavender, pumpkinhead orange, voodoo red, bright yellow rain jacket yellow, maniacal pea green. These are all by Matt Micas. Caribbean blue by Brambleberry. Seafoam green. I got this from Tara Kellum. I'm not sure who her vendor was, but that's where I got it from. Micronized silver by TKB and Into the Mystic biodegradable glitter by Matt Micas. I mix those two together and hopefully I'll get a gray instead of just glitter, you know, along with the glitter. And charcoal black is actually activated charcoal that happens to be black. That came from Matt Micas as well. Okie dokie. That's where I'm going to do the in the pot swirl. Over here, I'm finna do the actual soaping. So I'm going to turn the camera around and see if you can see what I see. Here's the live water. Let me go get the oils. The oils have been sitting long enough to become cloudy because of the lard in it. And I just had my thermometer. What did I do with it? Oh no. Here it is. The temperature is exactly 80 for the oils and 86 for the live water. That means it's within 10 degrees of each other, which makes it ideal soaping conditions. Let me adjust this up just a slight bit. And preferably not drop you again. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Yeah, I gotta make sure it's facing the right way because with this, what do you call it? Tripod, if you put it there the other way, then the tripod actually turns off the phone because the on-off switch is right there. But anyway, you should be able to see everything I'm doing. Yes, you should. But in the meantime, I'm going to use this side of the sink, which means I need to move these dishes out of the way. I've had breakfast and lunch. And then a snack. Let me just move these over here. Because this side of the sink is hard for you to see what I'm doing. But I need to bring this to trace. Well, actually, just past emulsion because I'm going to be adding a lot of colors, which means you need a lot of working time, which is also one of the reasons why I use lard and olive oil, because those two together will give me a nice slow moving soap. And I forgot my fine mesh strainer. Fortunately, it's in the strain. Always, always, always strain your lye water. That way, if there's any debris or anything that didn't dissolve, it's not in your finished product. Enough said. Okay, here we go. I'm not giving away my recipe, but I will tell you the ingredients are lard, olive oil, and coconut oil. There. And this is a large batch. It was almost too big for this container. And if I would have had to do it in sections, I would have. But I had to use a container that actually fits in the microwave for melting the oils. Well, I'm glad I put that in the sink because I just spilled some. Let's go with the higher speed. I want it just past emulsion, but with this being both lard and olive oil, it still is not tracing or even coming to emulsion yet. Ah, there we go. Make sure there's no separation by giving an extra stir. Okay, that's a light trace. That's actually setting up rather fast. So, just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. I need a spoon or a scoop. Yeah, we'll do that. So, the first color is going to be the black. That done thickened up a lot, look at that. I might not be able to do the swirl after all just because it's not trying to go fast. Well, I'm trying to go fast. The soap is too, apparently. Everything else has to be stirred by hand from this point on, because if I use a stick blender, it's going to accelerate. I'm surprised. Usually Best Friends, which is the fragrance oil I'm using, usually allows for you to have a lot of working time. I'm not sure why this is accelerating. It could be the combination of oils, or maybe I did stick blended past emotion and just didn't realize it. But yeah, let's just get this done quickly. I do believe there's some for every color. And the rest is just going to go into the pot. A spatula will help. Don't need that anymore, so I'll just put that in the sink. Yep. And I was going to do an end of pot swirl, but basically this looks like it's going to be a drop and stir, because yeah, this is moving very, very quickly. Just put that over there. So I'm going to start with the black, which isn't trying to stir up, but that's okay. A little bit of part that's splashing will still make a nice accent. Varying shades of black, because some of it didn't stir, some of it didn't get a chance to get mixed, and then there's the base color. But hey, something happens. And then any of the charcoal and oil that didn't get mixed will still get absorbed by the soap, because that's what soap does. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get this lavender in here. Hey, that loosened up. Cool. I might be able to work with that. In the meantime, let's see if the rest of them will do that. Nope, that's thickening. I'll just put it in different spots, so that way I'll still have the end of the pot swirl effect. Because the one thing that you do want is for all the soap to end up in the mold and not in the bottom of the pan stuck. We don't do soap on a rope and soap stuck in the pot here. Not accidentally anyway. Put some on that side, some there. So not quite the swirl I had intended, but this still will work. It's got all the colors that folks shouted out. Oh great, my hand is cramping up. Ugh. I have a blood disorder that caused a couple of strokes, and the throwback to that is I get neuropathy on my right side, and sometimes this side of my body just doesn't cooperate with me, And when I try to do anything even similar to exercise, my body locks up in certain spots, like the hand there. But that is not going to stop me from doing what I need to do. I'm just determined to get this done because, well, I got no time. Okay, the maniacal P. Come on, baby, stir for me, stir. Blend. Okay, that's having an ombre effect with some of the base color, but it's all good. It'll still be green. Varying shades of green, but still green. Oh, my hand. Ugh. Might need to change gloves. One thing I've noticed about vinyl gloves, they tend to tighten or get stiffer while you use them, whereas the nitro ones don't. Seems making sure I had on some sleeves was a good idea. There's a little soap right there, but it's all good. This color is called Pumpkin Head Orange, and it just mixed a little bit with the green. And those colors matched, so I ain't worried about it. Put some over here. Oh, no, that ain't gonna work. Hold on. I need to change gloves. Oh, and I need to splash with some vinegar because I got some soap on my hand. So let me do the vinegar first, because ain't nobody trying to go to the hospital today. There. That'll neutralize that. Now let me go get these nitros. Oh, it feels better already. Maybe it's the vinyl that's causing the issue. Because as soon as I put on the nitros, my hand didn't hurt as much. Yeah. So continuing on. I might have to switch to soap recipes that are just past emulsion, that require no stirring or whatever, so that way I can still soap without worrying about my hand doing what it's doing. Yeah, that's a thought. And maybe wider bowls so that way it's not so hard to scrape out. Okay. Caribbean blue. Come on. It's a good thing I'm ambidextrous. Because I could just stir with my other hand. This looks like a mess. But by the time I do the stir, it'll look amazing. In the pot swirl, basically you put all the colors in while they're liquid. One spot, then the next color. And the first color drag down to the second color and cause a blending effect, and then you pour straight into the mold in one smooth format, and you get this incredible looking swirls called an in-the-pot swirl. Sometimes, depending on the shape of your mold, you get a double whirl, so that way it looks like you swirled two different soaps and put it in one mold at the same time. My red currants video has a good example of that. But that's not what we got going on today, as you can tell. Whoa, wait a minute, this is about to be soap on a stick. Let me get this in here real good. Okay, don't know if you can see that, but the yellow is streaking because it didn't quite get blended in before it started thickening up. But I'm gonna say, huh? What? I meant to do that. Whew. I meant to switch hands, I just didn't. I'm more proficient with my right hand, even though my right side gives me issues. So, yeah. It smells amazing though. This color is Seafoam Green. Ooh. It has really accelerated. I think that's the next to last color, so my torture will be over in a moment. Put that over there by the green. Get some over here by the yellow. Some over here by the red. Ugh. At this point, I'm just going to get it in the mold. Oh goodness. And I need the other spatula because that's the one with the glitter. And the glitter will take on any color that's on the spatula and blend instead of sitting on top like, you know, a good little soap. So, let me come over here, grab another spatula, and then I find the one that I was looking for actually. Oh, well, that's almost too thick to work with. Well, it's definitely not gray, but the glitter will represent gray. Oh, goodness gracious. It actually loosened up some. But then it didn't have any colorants causing runaway acceleration. And it's only dealing with the acceleration from the fragrance oil itself. So that could be why that happened. Come out of there. This isn't as good as the other spatula. But it's all good. Yeah. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to take this, scrape all those colors off of the spatula. And because this is doing what it's doing, I'm going to get a bigger spoon. spoon. It even says soap right on it. All my soaping supplies are dedicated. It's only used for one purpose, to make soap. That's what it's looking like currently. So since I can't really do an in the pot swirl, I'm just going to give this a stir and then drop it. I could try that twice. Yeah, that kind of looks like an in the pot swirl now. And just so I don't, you know, muddy the colors by overworking it, I'm just going to go ahead and get it in the mode. This would have been better if I was using a wider mode, because tall marrows and accelerating soap are not necessarily friendly with each other, especially when the liner wants to bevel in. Okay, come on, you behave. Battery low. Okay, is that for the Bluetooth or is that for the phone? That's for the Bluetooth. I'm going to take this out of here. At least I was going to. But soap is heck of slippery. And it's in there, it's suctioned down. So maybe some tape to hold it open. Oh, there's an idea. That'll hold it open. And then I'll just get another spoon and use that to finish filling it up. Okay, I have 5 of these. That made my shoe literally pop off, so I just went without the shoe. Okay. That's going to be pretty. Okay. It's saying battery low on my Bluetooth. So if the voice goes away, everything I was going to say, basically you heard. I'm just getting the soap in, and then I'm going to slam it on the ground a couple of times. You won't want to hear that anyway. Okay. There we go. Some on that side. Some on this side. Off of the liner and get it into the mold, and now that should stay open since enough soap has been in there to keep it open. So we'll just put that in the little empty spot that the spoon made. Yeah. And I'm going to write on my soaping notes that this color might accelerate. So that way, if the issue is the fragrance oil, I already have a note. And then if I make this fragrance again and it doesn't accelerate, then I'll know it is my recipe. And then I'll adjust it accordingly. Yeah. Now, well, we'll just leave this right there for now. And we get more done without my hand cramping up too much. Yeah. But see, with the spoon, I couldn't have scraped it out of the soap pots because those are narrow. Action going on. Push that down, push that down, push that down. Come on, baby. Get in there. We want you in the soap, not on the liner. Warning, noise. Wow. Quite a few huge air bubbles. That's why the soap gets rid of those air bubbles. You know, the last thing you want in the middle of a soap is a big old hole in the middle of the soap. It's making its own pattern. I might not even have to swirl the top, which is good because the way it's thickening up, I don't think I can. Okay. So let's get that on there. And then I'm going to go take a shower and wash away any trace of a lye splash and re-neutralize the spot on my hand that soap got on, just to be sure. Because when it comes to soap, you don't want raw lye on your skin. Trust me. But look how those colors came out, even with the complications. Yeah. I'm going to put it anywhere I see like an empty spot. Right there. And then I'm going to slam it on the floor. And that's one of the good things about living on the first floor. There's nobody under me. So if I slam this as hard as I can on the floor, I don't have to worry about neighbors going, hey, what you doing? What the heck was that? None of that. I actually requested a first floor apartment, but that's not the reason. I figured if there was a fire or whatever, I can't do steps. And most of the handicap apartments are on the first floor for that reason, because, you know, the elevators usually don't work. If there's an emergency, you have to use steps, and I can't do steps. Although we have one person who lives on the third floor, he requested that he doesn't be on the first floor for whatever reason that he requested it for. But yeah, when the smoke alarms went off that one time, I'm like, what happened with Mr. whatever his name is, I'm not going to say on this video. And come to find out, somebody had to pick him and his wheelchair up. That didn't work out well, so then they just picked him up and carried him. And he's not a small dude, so that speaks to strength. No, I couldn't do it. Now let's see if I get any of this in there. This could be the topper. We want to get every little teeny bit. Battery low, battery low. Next thing you'll say is battery off. I swear I just charged this thing not so long ago, but anyway. Okay, I can go in there. I can go in there. Then I'm going to leave these to sit out overnight. So that way the lye has a chance to neutralize. And then scalding hot water and the soap itself will clean up the soap pot. That's one of the things I like about making soap. Soap cleans soap. You don't have to go get special chemicals and all of that to clean up the soap pots. I mean, a lot of people use Dawn, but basically, if you just wait 24 hours and then clean it, it cleans itself cleaner than Dawn because, well, it's soap. Put some of that over there. I just dropped a little piece of soap right there. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I pretty much got the yellow out of there. So there's none to decorate with. Okay, blue, red. I love this color. Yeah. Scrapey, scrapey. Into the moldy moldy. It does kind of look like that rock I was telling you about. Who knows what it's going to look like after it's cut. It may or may not. As long as it looks presentable, I'm good. Yeah. And there goes the glitter on top. I'm also going to sprinkle some of the glitter directly on the top. So that way it has a nice shiny presentation. Actually, instead of the biodegradable glitter, I think I'm going to use the micronized glitter for the top because it's finer. And there's pieces of the Into the Mystic biodegradable glitter all through it, which is larger. So I wanted it to at least look like I did it on purpose instead of, oh, happy accident. You know what I mean? Okay, that's done. Let's get this in there. My hand is killing me. 2 more to go. Well, not much, but eat a break. It's just for accent at this point anyway. Give up on that one. And let's see if I get any of the purple on the top. A little bit, yeah. That's all she wrote, yeah. It's not a word that scoots back when you slam it. Of course, I never used this stool to slam anything before, so a little surprise there. Oh. Comes in handy, you have a stainless steel chopstick every now and then. And then let's see if we can get a design on the top. Well, that worked out. Perfect, yeah. I'll just take that last little bit on as an accent. Yeah. And that's what I have. Trying to get it level though. There we go. Now the thing I like about the Chauncey mode, it provides its own insulation. Let me tilt that down where you can see. Ta-da! Yeah. In the meantime, let's find the micronized glitter. I think I put it back in the bag. That's the ultraviolet. Otherwise, I'll just use the Mystic. There it is. Because it's a sample, so I don't have to use a lot of it. And this has been People 7 on Twitter and YouTube. People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. Hope you enjoyed. Is that even coming out here? Yeah, there we go. I think I'll just go ahead and put this whole thing on there. Nice fun look. There we go. Yeah, not quite the whole thing. Because, well, this is a healthy size sample. In the meantime, well, okay. Guess I splashed myself in the face this time. Let me do that. The shield button. There we go. That looks okay. Now, let's make sure that's down to the level of the guard, so that way I don't have a streak going across the top, because that's happened before. I made an oversized badge and forgot it was an oversized badge, and then I put the shield on and literally sliced off the top. Yeah. So then I just opened it back up, put more, stuff on top, swirled it, and nobody knew. So, hope you enjoyed. Whew. I said I was going to make a soap today, and I did. Yeah. So now, because I have a live burn right there, I can feel it. And there's a little spot on my sleeve. I'm going to take a nice hot shower. I'm going to put this soap to sleep, and I'll be back with the cutting in a different video. This has been P+7. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned, and stay safe. Bye now. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.